So, I mean, I really don't have nobody to talk about this stuff with that I trust. Or there are people that I trust, but I don't think they will understand. Like, I trust my grandfather. I trust a few of my uncles, or one of my uncles. Um, but they're a little too old to really understand uh, a lot of the stuff that I'm going through in this society and this modern day. I don't think that they would understand. Um, so I'm gonna just talk to y'all. You feel me? Document it. May use it, may not, but that's kind of where I'm at. As far as how I'm feeling mentally, our relationship has been taking a toll on me mentally. Um, and that's what I kind of want to speak with y'all about today. So I'm in a situation, man. Like the woman that I'm with, um, she was dating a, she was dating a person, right, before me, her ex, and this person was uh, 40 years old. You feel me? She was dating a stud. This stud, she was 40 years old. Uh, make sure nobody listening to me. Well off financially, and she used to trick on the current girlfriend. So she used to spend a lot of money on her, take her on a lot of trips, which is great. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But where the issue comes in is that I'm not 40 years old. You feel me? For one, so I'm not doing. I can't even afford to do all of that. You feel me? So I'm in a situation where I'm trying to, and I'm being honest with y'all. Since I've been with this girl, I've been trying to like compete and trying to keep up with that shit. You know, and it's taking a toll on my mental health because it's like I'm not broke. Like I'm not broke, y'all. I'm very well off for to be a black man my age. Um, like despite the situation with me losing my job, prior to that, like I'm like I drive a BMW. You feel me? I live in a beautiful complex. That I pay rent for. I do not split rent with her. Um, so I mean, I'm not the richest, but I'm not poor. You feel me? I'm not broke, but it's definitely levels. You feel me? And I don't know what that person that she was with was doing, but what I do know is that uh, just as far as age, if you're 40 years old, more times than not, you are gonna be more financially stable than somebody who's 26. Um, so like it's been situations where she to go on trips. She wanted expensive gifts, and she likes doing some at least going on a date at least once every month. Or, I'm sorry, once every 2 weeks or once a week. And I just don't think that like this is where I don't blame her. One, I can't blame you can't blame a girl for like being used to something and then expecting that in her next relationship. I'm not mad at her because of that. Like I get that, but it's like I feel like that I chose the wrong person because I'm still building. You know what I'm saying? Like as y'all know from watching these vlogs, I'm not no lazy ass nigga. I'm not kicking it. I'm not smoking. I'm not drinking. I'm not. Uh, I'm not bullshitting in my 20s. Like I'm really putting in the work. I just haven't seen the fruits of my labor yet. You feel me? And I don't think that she is a. I wouldn't even say her. I don't think women in general. I don't modern women today. Cause I don't even blame her. Cause I think a lot of women are like this. I think that women, they want the nigga at the finish line. They don't give a fuck about what you trying to build. What do you got right now? And that's kind of where I'm at. So I felt like I should have stayed single. I feel like I definitely ignored a lot of signs early on that she was like this. Um, and I ignored them. And then now that I'm living with her, it's even, it's just, everything is amplified, you know? So that's what I'm going through, man. It's just, it's a lot of, I feel like a lot of black men are going through the same thing, trying to maybe, when you're trying to build something and trying to become something, and then you're with a woman who may have been with somebody before you who was doing certain things. In my case, like, I'm 26. Like, if I was 40, I would be doing the same shit. That's how I look at it. But this shit just make you want to go harder and be great. But at the same time, it take a mental toll on you because you feel like you're not good enough. And you start comparing yourself. So yeah, I don't think, I think, and you know, just having kind of different conversations with her, like, she'll ask me certain things about my past. I'll ask her certain things about her past. Like, she always says things about that, like how she would just uh, didn't hesitate to trick, spin a bag, X, Y, and Z. You know, so when you, one thing that women don't realize, like, they tell on themselves, man. Like, a lot of the everyday conversations that we have, they'll reveal everything that you need to know. Um, so yeah, I'm just a very observant person. The things that she says when I'm talking to her about that person, um, I can tell that, you know, feel me, like, that's what, that she really enjoyed that one, and like, that's like, she's still stuck in that mode, which is okay, which is fine. But you feel me? I don't think I'm that person for her. I would never tell her this. I'm telling y'all this. I would never tell her this, but like, I'm still built. I'm still like grinding, trying to, you feel me, get my shit together. I'm 26 years young, and I'm not trying to make age an excuse because there are 26-year-olds that is having it. You feel me? But the percentage is very slim, and that's the percentage I'm trying to get to. Like, unless you like an athlete, an entertainer, or you are like, you have a high level salary, like a high level degree, uh, you you really ain't having it like that, you know. So that's where I'm at, man. And it just pissed me off because I'm doing so much better than a lot of niggas my age, but it's still not enough, you know. So it just, it on one side of the coin, it makes me want to go harder, but on the other side, it it's put it, like, it be fucking me up if I'm keeping it a buck with y'all. So I just wanted to kind of vent about that, man. I don't even know if I'm gonna post all of that, dog. But yeah, I just wanted to vent about that because I don't got nobody else to talk to about it. But yeah, um, yeah. So I don't know, man. This whole experience of living with my girl, I've learned so much about myself. I've learned so much about her. And like I said before, I'm definitely, this is the last year of living with her for now. I mean, who knows what the future will hold. Like, feel me, maybe a couple years from now we'll move back together, be married, whatever the case may be. But as of right now, it's not for me. Not for me at all. And I still, I ain't gonna get too deep into it. But yeah, man. So that's where I'm at, man.
You know the interesting thing about them tables, fellas? They always fucking turn. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. And make sure to follow me on all platforms at I Am Crop. Today we got a real one, right? That video that you just saw, fellas, that was a video that I was doing a series of me documenting me making 30K within 90 days within the last mentorship that I invested in. I had invested in a mentorship where I was leveraging LinkedIn, right, to find fitness clients. I was strictly posting on LinkedIn, right? And my standard was to make 30K in 90 days. Brother! You know I hate coming on here to talk about money, but just for context of the fucking situation and everything that I'm about to preach, I made more than that my first month of business with 1% Academy. The tables always seem to turn. The work always works, but I digress, right? Let me stay focused. During that time, fellas, that was a time where, I lost my job twice. The most recent time I lost my job was this year, right? In March, when I invested my last into John Mark, right? But I actually lost my job literally like a month coming to Dallas, right? The job before that. Now, when I lost that job, I've expressed this plenty of times for those that don't know, it was my fault. Like, I was bullshitting with the job, right? I'm not here to make excuses, and I'm not here to blame her, but it was due to me being a dweeb in regards to my emotions with the relationship. I was letting the shit that was going on in my relationship affect how I was showing up to work every day, and they let me go because I wasn't paying attention to detail. That was on me 100%, that specific job, right? And during that time, as I was supposed to be documenting my progress with the business, I couldn't help but just to tell you guys now, but at the time I didn't know who the fuck I was talking to about what I was going through, about the emotions that I was having in the relationship, right? And fellas, we love women. This is not a channel where we hate women. Ladies, if you're watching, this isn't that. If you're new here, welcome. We love chicks, right? But at the same time, we must understand women, right? And yes, you should date women, but a lot of times, fellas, especially me as a young man, I didn't understand the cost financially, emotionally, time-wise, that it takes when you're in a relationship. And a lot of men aren't ready for it, but it's because they don't comprehend everything that I'm gonna share within this video. So without further ado, I'm not gonna waste any more time. Let's get right into it. So before you decide to date that chick, brother, for the winner. So before you decide to slide in that DM for the winner. So before you decide to fuck on that chick because it's cold outside, please listen to everything that I'm about to fucking tell you and put it into action immediately. Right? Let's first talk about the financial investment, right? Hey Siri, on average, how many days does a man take a woman on a week that they're dating or that they're in a relationship with? 1. What is 1 times 4, fellas? 4. That's 4 days a month, right? There's 12 months in a fucking year. What's 4 times 12? 48. 48 dates a year, right? 48 dates a year. Hey Siri, what is the average cost to take a woman on these dates? Once you factor in gas, how you prepare, the actual date, fellas, on average, it is $100. On average! Because I recall spending $250, $300 plus most dates. Really $400 if you do like a fucking day of dates like I was doing, right? But we're gonna be very, very cautious. $100 a date. So if I take a woman on 48 dates a year, and each date costs $100, that is $4,800 already, but I'm not done. I'm not done. We all know that women love nice things, right? Every woman is not materialistic. My grandmother's not materialistic. My mom is not materialistic, but they both still love nice things. Women love gifts, so let's factor in the gifts. But I'm gonna be extremely cautious. Let's just factor in the main holidays, fellas. Christmas, birthday, Valentine's Day, anniversary, right? The average man, with all of those holidays combined, the average man spends $500 per year. Now, fellas, again, I'm being extremely modest because I recall spending $650 on a Louis necklace for one gift. But these are the averages. Some of you dudes might not be spending that much. Some of you dudes might be spending more, right? But that is the average. $500 a year in gifts. But I'm not done, right? We all know that women love to travel. They love to get away. It might not be a fucking fancy vacation, but they love doing shit. Maybe it's a road trip. Maybe it's a weekend getaway. Whatever the case may be. Hey Siri, on average, in a relationship or in a talking stage or in a dating stage, how much does a man spend on getaways and vacations a year? $2,000, right? So hey Siri, can we add it all up? $4,800 for dates, $500 for gifts, $2,000 for vacations and getaways. When you add all of that up, fellas, $7,300, right? A year on dating, right? But I'm not done, because the thing about it, as a man, when you're financially stable, you should be living by the 50-30-20 rule. What is the 50-30-20 rule, Cry? 50% of your income should be covering your expenses, 30% of your income should cover your leisure, and 20% of your income should go to your savings. Let me break it down into simple terms. If you were making $1 a month, right? 50% of that should be your expenses, your car note, your rent, your gas, your utilities. That should be your expenses. It shouldn't surpass 50 cents. Your leisure should be 30 cents. So that means subscriptions, right? Fucking going out to eat, shit like that. Your leisure, buying clothes. That shouldn't surpass 30 cents a month, right? And then your savings, your investment, how much you put up from each paycheck, that shouldn't surpass 20 cents a month. If you were working $1 on a smaller scale, but it's the same if it was 1,000 or 10,000 or 100,000. It's the same process, but I just wanted to break it down for you dweebs with a small number. So let's break down the statistics. If a man is spending $7,300 a year and he's living by the 50-30-20 rule, for him to live comfortably, because this is all leisure money, for him to live comfortably, he needs to at least be making $67K a year. What's $67K divided by 12, fellas? $5.5K a month, right? Only 50% of men in the United States of America are making $5.5K a month. So only 50% of men can afford to spend $7,300 on a chick a year and still live comfortably, right? But the issue is, fellas, these videos get 1,000 or 2,000 views. So statistically, only half of y'all motherfuckers are making that. Only half of y'all motherfuckers are making that. But here's the kicker. A man making $67,000 a year, right? Doesn't really like their job, works 40 hours a week, has to clock in and clock the fuck out, has a regular car, has a regular apartment, cannot provide abundantly. They're just getting by. They're just getting by, right? You're not balling. You got a flat commercial. When you go out to eat, you got to look at the right side of the menu, right? You do. You can't put your bills on auto pay, right? Let's talk about it, right? So yes, at $67K, you can afford this, right? But that's not really the life you want. You want that 1% lifestyle. You want to skip club lines. You want to fly first class, right? You want to wear designer if need be. You want a luxury car. You want a sports car, right? You want to live in a penthouse. That's the life you want. You want that 1% life. Otherwise, brother, you wouldn't have subbed, because I talk about it every fucking video. You would have unsubscribed. You all want that, right? So think about it. I'm not even making this. 50% of you are, but for the 50 that's not, you're not even making this amount, 5.5K a month. Yet you're with that chick. You're putting yourself in a hole. You're putting yourself in a rat race. You're trying to maintain a certain lifestyle that she may or may not be accustomed to, but you really can't afford it. And come here, brother. I'm talking to the dweeb me, because as you just saw, I was doing it. So I'm speaking from experience. Don't make the same mistake I did, because what that does, fellas, is it leads to heartbreak, right? It leads to heartbreak, right? All heartbreak is, fellas, is not being the man that you're supposed to be and reach your fullest potential. Because you must understand, women are hypergamous. Women will always choose the best option. A lot of times as a man, you're not your best option yet. It takes years and years and years to accumulate the funds, the mental, the time capacity, the emotional capacity to fulfill not only your chick, but everybody in your fucking family's life. That takes time, right? The 1% income is $30K a month. That takes time. It does, right? And women will always choose the best option. Even when we were cavemen, fellas, they wanted to find the man that could protect and provide the best, that could fight everybody and protect their kids. It's the same now. Yeah, we're not fucking cavemen, brother, right? But women want the best option they can get, right? When you're an average Joe making $67K or less, brother, I hope you know all these women do is scroll on social media. She see what this nigga got her. She see what that nigga got her. She see the vacations that couple on. She sees it all. Naturally, as humans, we're greedy. We want more, especially women. So if you can't provide that just a tad or a little bit, brother, you're increasing the probability that she's going to leave or get bored, right? So don't even put yourself through it. Run it up like I have recently. I could be having my way right now if I really wanted to. Like if I wanted a girlfriend, she would be extremely happy from a financial perspective. That's not the mode that I'm in right now. I'm trying to run it up more. As much as I've run it up, it's not to my standard, right? But what I'm trying to tell you guys is I had to go through a phase of my life and lock the fuck in and hate happiness and seek pain and make sacrifices and go through my season of no and invest my last and take risks and fight my fucking brain and fucking body every single day with uncomfortable tasks because the body was made to survive, not to be abundant, to get where the fuck I'm at today. So you gotta do the fucking same or don't. Stay in that relationship. Keep fucking that chick. Find that chick to fuck on for the winter and remain mediocre, brother. January will hit and you'll be the same motherfucker in 2025. I promise you. Don't be like me in the beginning of this fucking video, brother. Don't! Next, we got the time investment, which is even worse in my opinion, right? Hey Siri, how many dates does the average man take a girl on? A week. One date a week. Right? That's 4 dates a month. Hey Siri, what is the average time it takes for a date? On average, fellas, it takes you 60 minutes to get ready, 30 minutes to commute there and back, right? And about the actual date when you're with shorty is about 2.5 hours. You add that up, that is 4 hours a date. If you're doing a date a week, that's 4 hours a week. Right? Hey Siri, I'm taking her on 48 dates a year. What's 48 times 4? 192 hours. Just dedicated to dates. 192 hours. But that's not all, brother. I know a lot of you motherfuckers like to text, right? So let's factor in the communication, right? Hey Siri, on average, how much time does the average man spend texting a shorty that he is in a relationship with or dating? On average, Siri, please tell me, enlighten me. 45 minutes a day. 45 minutes a day. There's 365 days in a year. Hey Siri, can we do 45 times 365, please? 16,425 minutes per year. Siri, how many hours is that? Please enlighten me. 274 hours per year. Just on texting. Let's factor in the calling as well. Because a lot of y'all motherfuckers like to kick your feet up and talk about life all fucking day with that chick. So let's factor that in, brother. Shall we? Hey Siri, on average, how many minutes does a man spend talking to a chick he is dating or he's in a relationship with? 90 fucking minutes a week. 90 minutes a week, brother. Hey Siri, there's 52 weeks in a year. Can you please multiply 52 times 90 and tell me how many total minutes that is over the course of a year that I'm spending on the phone with that chick? 4,820 minutes. Fellas, that is 78 hours per year that you're on the phone, right? So let's add it all up, shall we? On average, you are spending 192 hours dating a year. On average, you are spending 274 hours texting a year. On average, you are spending 78 hours calling per year. You add all of those up, 552 hours per year from a time perspective. 552 hours per year. Hey Siri, how many days is 552 hours per year? 23 fucking days. 23 days, 23 full 24-hour days, 552 hours. Women deserve this time, rightfully so. But what I'm trying to tell you, fellas, is there's a time and a place. You're not the man you want to be. Imagine if you put in that 552 hours into deep work, into high-leverage tasks, into finding a better job, into applying for a better job, into hitting the motherfucking gym, into reading, sharpening your sword as a man, into an extra job to make more income, to invest in that mentorship so you can learn a skill to make the 1% income, or at least make this. Imagine if you spent that time wisely for a phase. So that way, when you are spending that time with her, it's not hurting your pockets or your time, right? Think about it. You're probably not. That's why you're gonna fuck on this chick for the winter and be the same man that you have been in previous years, because you're not thinking deep enough. Pay attention, please. I wanna see you win. Next, fellas, we get into the worst investment of them all. Right? That nobody likes to talk about. Everybody knows about time. Everybody knows about financial when it comes to dating, right? But they don't think about the emotional aspect, right? Firstly, can you deal with the pressure, brother? Right? As a man, your job is to lead, protect, and provide on an everyday basis. Y'all go out to eat. If something go left, it's on you, right? If it's a pandemic, money get tight, it's on you. The kids need something, it's on you. She needs something, it's on you. She's having a bad day, it's on you. Can you deal with that pressure? The thing about it, when you're the man that you're supposed to be, you can. Because you done did everything you were supposed to do. You're him, you're checking every single C. Of course you can, right? But when you're not, you live in a life full of regret, right? because you're living up to this pressure, but you're not living up to the pressure that you set for yourself. You know you're not making the income that you want to make. You know you don't have the body that you wish to have. You know you were supposed to invest your last for that mentorship. You know you were supposed to lock in for 60 to 120 days to be the man that you have to be, but you didn't do it. Why? Because you were dealing with the pressure of being there for her, emotionally and financially, and the time investment, and it was taking a toll on you. So now you live in a life of what if, a life of regrets, a life of damn, if I was in this relationship, I'd be doing this. Then you resent her. Now you're in a relationship with a motherfucker that you resent, and that's the worst cycle to be in. And you want to know what that leads to? You stop doing the time stuff. You stop doing the financial stuff. And then she says, holy shit, is this nigga a dweeb? He was doing all this when I met him, but now he's not. Why? And then she leaves. And that's why the divorce rate is so fucking high. This shit gets deep. But it all starts with us. It all starts with us. When you ignore these things, this is what it leads to. Regret, right? Comparison, right? Let's talk about it. As a man, we're competitive motherfuckers. When you don't be the man that you have to be, where this isn't an issue, the financial aspect and the time aspect, right? And you're a grown-ass man, you start comparing yourself to the couples of men who did do that, right? And you like, damn, this nigga, he taking, man, and maybe, in worst case, it's your girl's friends, right? Maybe your girl's friends is with a nigga that ran it the fuck up and maximized his purpose as a man. And she's bragging to her, and she's bragging to her, and she's bragging to your girl, oh, my man just did this, my man just did that, my man just took me here. And your girl like, damn, why the fuck my man not doing that? And then she's expressing it to you subconsciously, yeah, I was on the phone with so-and-so and she doing X, Y, and Z with her husband, and I'm just so happy for her. But deep down, you know she really telling you like, nigga, why the fuck can't you do it? I wish you could do that for me. Then you start to compare, right? Like, damn, what have I been doing all these years? Should I have waited to get in a relationship? Should I prioritize my purpose? Did I make the wrong decision? Did I do it too early? Was I letting my dick control my fucking thoughts and using the wrong head? Right? Some of y'all haven't experienced that. I know men that have, that are older, right? I'm trying to save you. Think about everything. Everything has to make sense. You guys know I always give the analogy. When you are on an airplane, right? And the airplane is about to crash. The flight attendants tell you to put on your mask first before you have somebody put on somebody else's. A lot of times with these chicks, fellas, you're trying to put on their mask and you're about to fucking die. You haven't put on your mask first. You haven't checked every single seat. Cut charisma, church character, clout, cast, combat. You haven't maximized your purpose. You haven't got closer to God. You haven't stood on morals and principles as a man. You haven't got to 8 to 10% body fat. You haven't found a high leverage task that you love to do that doesn't feel like work that you can sustain the motherfucker pain with that can maximize your income. You haven't bought back your time. You haven't got out of the rat race. You haven't! But yeah, you want to prioritize these chicks. And some of you guys are in a relationship, you're going to watch this video and keep on doing the same thing. Holy shit, I hate that for you, brother. I hate that for you, right? I do, right? Because you're going to end up comparing yourself to other motherfuckers. You're going to end up with the regret. You're going to end up having to live with that pressure. You're going to end up lacking sacrifice, right? Because you're not going to be able to sacrifice. What you have to understand about time and energy, fellas, the older you get, the harder it gets, right? I'm not gonna have all the energy in the world when I'm 45 years old yelling in front of this fucking whiteboard. I have to seize the moment and take advantage of the opportunity right now. When I'm 40 and 45, my wife will be well off because of these whiteboard videos. My kids will be well off because of these whiteboard videos. I'm making the sacrifice now. When you don't make the sacrifice now, later on we'll sacrifice, right? In some way, shape, or form, right? Then you scraping to make ends meet. You scraping to provide for your kids. You scraping to go on that vacation, right? You on that date thinking about, damn, this little $300 bill, or let me use the average, this little $100 bill is really hurting my pockets Monday. I really wanted to save it. But you love bombed her, brother. You got her accustomed to that lifestyle in the beginning. Now she's used to it. Now you have to maintain it. Otherwise, you know that's going to cause a lot of friction within the relationship. Or even worse, it's going to hurt your ego, right? Sometimes it don't be the chick. Sometimes it be us, right? When she needs something, when she want to do something, it's like, damn, I'm a man, this is what I'm supposed to do, I gotta do it. But really, you don't have the time. Really, you don't have the funds. Let's keep it a buck, please. This shit gets deep. I wish I would've knew this shit sooner. I wish I would've considered this sooner. I wish I would've moved with intent. I wish I would've took in consideration the financial aspect, in consideration the time aspect, in consideration the emotional aspect, right? And this isn't a video blaming women. Women deserve all of this shit. They do, but they only deserve it for men who are ready to give it. And you haven't been putting in the work, brother, to give it. So why are you dating that chick? Why are you trying to fuck with that chick for the winner? Why are you being a motherfucking dweeb? Why? If you are a guy in a relationship that is lacking a system to maximize himself and build the foundation to be a 1% man, the link is in the motherfucking description. Book a call and we'll see if you're a good fit, because it's possible, but it's tough. But if you're a single guy, right, ready to lock into the motherfucking trenches and take advantage of these last 8 weeks of 2025 and make 2026 the best year of your fucking life, the link is in the description for you as well. Come on this journey with me. But I can assure you right now, whether you single or you're in a relationship, do not book the motherfucking call if you're not ready to work, because I can assure you, you didn't fucking invest to be comfortable. You invested to grow, and growth is extremely uncomfortable. With the systems and with my accountability and with the brotherhood, it reduces the friction to make success inevitable and make failure impossible. That's the video for the fucking day. Pay attention, man. This shit is deep. Cut her off if you're not ready. Don't even give her your number if you're not ready. You're not the man that you have to be. Don't be quiet in the beginning of this fucking video. Lock the fuck in!